Hey y'all. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know if you guys could see me. Is it live? Okay. Well, hey guys. Hope you guys are having an amazing night. Um, do I have the chat open? Let me see. I think I should have the chat part open. Well, hey guys. Well, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite coach, Nessa. Healing Your Silence was my old name. Now we're doing Life Beyond Narcissism because, of course, we got to move on from these narcissists, okay? So I would definitely want to be able to talk about a couple of things and just kind of see where you guys at, how are things going, how have things been going for you guys since this year 2024, like what kind of excitement and stuff that the year has brought you, stuff that you possibly want to share. Please join the chat, share these things with me, and let's talk about it. I'm actually going to log in just to see if I'm able to see um, just if I'm able to see it as well too, because it's been so long. I have not gone live, but I'm super excited to start this chat tonight. I think everybody should be live. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Let me try on my page as well too. Hey Tamika, welcome in, welcome in. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Would this work? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm just testing this out to see if this would work. Let's see. Don't have a clue if this would work. Oh my gosh. I'm so like I'm all trying to figure this stuff out. Trying to figure all this stuff out. Okay, so what have I been up to? Oh my goodness. What have I been up to? Um a lot has happened, okay? Um a lot has happened. A lot has changed since you guys have last seen me. I know I was traveling last year a lot. I went to Jamaica. Hey, Spencer, welcome in. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining the chat tonight. I definitely appreciate you. Um, yeah, a lot of things happened over the year last year. I went to Paris, as you guys already know. I did a solo European trip, went to Paris, and then I also went to Jamaica for about a month. So we had a really good time. I relocated from New York to Florida, so that was a big change for me. Was not expecting it. Gained 60 pounds during this time, so that's why you guys haven't seen me for so long. Yes, your girl was busy stressing and gaining weight. Hey, Brown Eyes, welcome in, sis. Welcome in. I know it's been a little while. It's been a little while, but just wanted to jump back into going live again. If you guys that are here on TikTok, you guys are free to join me over on YouTube so we could jump into this conversation, talk a little bit more about stuff. So feel free to join me on YouTube. Brown Eyes, I'm on YouTube if you want to start up a chat on our YouTube platform. I want to get back into the groove of things so we can start going live there again. Hey Nicole, welcome in. Mwah. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Um, yeah, I wanted to go over some of the stressful things that I've experienced really in, the last year, the changes that I've made and stuff like that, and really get into this place of healing from the narcissist that I was with, because I was married to the narcissist for 13 years. So for those of you who are not familiar with me or with my experience, let me reintroduce myself. I started off with Vanessa Lewis. But of course, I got a divorce. I was very excited to get a divorce. It's really hard to get away from a narcissistic person. It took me 3 years to really get out, finalize my divorce, and get things together. So I'm very, very much excited to start off the new year and start off the new season. Hey, Tiffany, how are you, sis. Welcome. Listen, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be going live on YouTube. And this way, you guys can actually hop on over should, this app not be here anymore. Wink, wink. Um, so I was married for 13 years. It started off pretty good, or so I thought. It was the best first 5 days of my life. I was blown off my feet, right? I was forced into having children. I was forced to go to the doctor, got a lot of injections to get pregnant. So a lot of those things was forced upon me, like I really didn't want to. But being married and wanting to please my husband and stuff like that, I went ahead and did some of those things, right? Some of the many things. A lot of fights, a lot of arguments, fuss. The list goes on. But it was always the parts of catching him cheating. Like I would see him on Facebook. Um, Having conversations with different women, and I'll ask stuff about it, and he'll make me feel like I was crazy, like something was wrong with me. And I would make excuses for him. I would argue with him. I remember one particular time we had an argument and I broke his phone. I just hey Radiant, what's going on? I broke his phone and was very just upset with him and argue with him. After I broke his phone, I went ahead and went back to the T-Mobile store and purchased him a new phone. So a lot of times when you're dealing with these people, you go through situations where you're in the moment, you're getting upset, you're angry with them, but then you find yourself apologizing to them. You find yourself begging them for forgiveness, or begging them to take you back, or you find yourself in these positions where you don't even know yourself. You're losing yourself and you don't even feel like you understand what's going on. After you go through some of these things, the healing process is ridiculously long, okay? But it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm probably gonna see if I could airdrop some pictures to my other screen because I'm gonna set up back some things on here so we could show pictures, because I know when I show you guys some of the pictures and things that I've gone through, some of the abuses, some of the damages, how he would destroy the house and break things, and sometimes even call the cops on me to say that I did these things to him. So dealing with a narcissist is nothing fun. It's nothing exciting. It's nothing that you want to deal with. But I do understand why people stay with a narcissistic person, because it's super hard and it's really hard to get away from them. So some of the questions I even get asked is, how was I able to leave? How did I manage to leave the narcissist? How was I able to get out of this toxic relationship? How was I able to really get my life back together? And that's a whole process. So starting 2025, I definitely want to be able to start having these conversations again. um, hey Evans, how are you, coach? Long time. Hey. um oh, you, thanks Tiffany. I appreciate you, sis. So definitely in 2025, I want to be able to share my experience, share the journey, share the process of how I was able to really go through the narcissistic abuse and really come out of it. Because it's not easy coming out of it. It's really, really not easy. And also even help to answer some of your questions about ruminating. Like, what was it like? Dealing with them? Do you still think about them? Are they still on your mind? All these questions are valid questions. All these questions, yes, they still come across your mind periodically because you shared your bed with that person before. Let's be honest with it. This is somebody you were intimate with. This is somebody you shared so many memories, so many romantic times, so many moments with. You shared with this person, so you don't just get up one day and stop liking the person and stop hating the person. And one of the things that I've learned, thank you so much for liking the video and thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. One of the things that I've learned really is instead of fighting those feelings, I face them. Instead of fighting the feeling that hey Radiant, how are you? Thanks for subscribing to my channel and following. I appreciate you. Instead of fighting the feeling and resisting, thinking about them, I embrace it. And that was something that I know that is hard. Like, you want to be angry with them, you want to be mad with them, you want to do all of these things. But I realized that I didn't want to carry that type of burden. I didn't want to feel like that. I didn't want to have that type of feeling for too long. I wanted to be free. With the hardest decision for me was knowing that being with the narcissist, that my kids and I ended up in a domestic violence shelter. That was one of the, like, after going through that, I don't see what else I can't go through. I don't see what else I couldn't go through after ending up in the domestic violence shelter with my kids. So when you need to let them go, let them go. Okay. And this is 2024. This is December 31st. It's the end of the year. I'm going to need you to wrap them up. I'm going to need you to leave them in 2024. There's no need to bring them over into 2025 with you. Okay. So, yes, I haven't been live in a long time, but I feel like it was necessary for us to have this conversation tonight and leave them. Hey, Lucky, how are you? It's been a while. Um, yeah, leave them in 2024. Like, there's no need for you to start a new year with the same attitude. You're having the same conversation, the same type of discussions. You're having a repeated conversation. Like, you're going to the same people and talking about the same abuse, the same narcissistic, toxic person that disrespects you all the time, call you out your name, belittle you, make you feel less than a person, treat you like crap. Let's be honest. And they'll cheat on you just to get a sandwich. They'll cheat on you for a dinner, for a meal. They'll cheat on you for a spliff, to get a smoke, a cigarette. They'll cheat on you for anything. This is how small minded a narcissistic person is, okay? So I knew it was really, really time to leave. I knew it was time to leave when he kept threatening my life and told me that if I didn't sell the house and give him the money, he was going to unalive me. And I could have stayed there and played tough, you know? I could have stayed there because that was my house, my name on it, and everything like that. I could have stayed there and played tough. But there was something more important to me than, anything else. No house, no money, none of those things meant anything to me other than my freedom, and having my children. So being able to say that I walked away and I walked away with my life to live to see another day, I didn't make a rational decision. I'm beyond grateful that I made those decisions and I was able to get up out of there in one piece. Because he did threaten to take my life and he made preparations to do that. So, to protect myself, and I have my children to look up, they're looking up to me. I wanted to be able to leave and start over. Just trust me, starting over was horrible. Okay. I put thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're up to it. No pressure. You could always just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the link in my bio. It's easy access because I want to start going live over there as well too. So it would be easy for you guys to stay in touch with me. Okay. It was a tough decision for me, but when I realized that he was adamant about selling the house and giving him the money, I knew there was no love there. Okay. I knew it was over, and I was still begging for the last piece of something like, there must be somebody home. Turn on the lights. Like, there's no way this person could be so heartless and cold. We've been together for so long, yada, yada, yada. Listen, they don't care about you. They don't think about the long term. They're short term thinkers, okay? They're into the quick fixes and just to get something really quick, okay? They're quick fixes. They're not long term. They don't think about stuff. I appreciate you so much. They don't think about the long term effects of stuff and how it's going to impact them and you know they're in the moment, in the spur of the moment, and that's how they think. So they don't think about the long term of anything at all. So when you're in situations like this with narcissistic people, you got to learn how to become selfish, because one thing they are is selfish. One thing about a narcissistic person, they are selfish. So some of the things that happened for me was that I had to sell my house, walk away, and I paid him. Yeah, I did it. I know we're going to talk about it way more in 2025. Some of the things that I've experienced, some of the things that I've gone through, what healing has looked like for me, and some of my experience. You guys will be able to get every single thing. Okay, I won't leave anything out. But also create an avenue for you, so you know that it's okay to go through what you're going through, so that you know that you're not alone in this, and you're not the only person who has dealt with a narcissistic person. Like, it sucks. It's embarrassing. One of the things, because the abuse didn't start late for me, it started early, very early in the relationship. Within the first 6 months, I saw a sign of abuse. Like, maybe 4 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, I saw the first signs of abuse, and I ignored them. I was too embarrassed. I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be looked at different or anything like that. So I was more embarrassed. And because of how embarrassed I was, I stayed in that relationship, knowing well that I had no business staying there at all in such a type of relationship. So sometimes I know that you might want to leave, but the embarrassment of leaving, the embarrassment of starting over, the embarrassment of people knowing your business, and everybody's looking at you funny, everybody's looking at you sideways, or everybody thinks something is wrong with you or you're off about something. I understand those feelings way too well. And I can reassure you, nobody's paying attention to you. Nobody's really worried about you like that. You're just more uncomfortable because of all the negative things that the narcissist has told you, and they've hammered these things in your head. They've told you that you're no good. They've told you that you're a piece of crap. You know, you're worth nothing. Nobody's ever going to want you. Like, look at you, you can't do nothing right. This is how a narcissistic person speaks to you. They make you feel less than. They belittle you and talk down to you to make you feel like crap. So when you're in situations like that, dealing with these type of people, you naturally start to believe these things, and you don't think that you're worthy of anything. You don't think that you're good. You don't think that you're enough. And that's far from the truth, because you are enough. You are worthy of something. They know the value in you. That's why they pick you. They already know that you're somebody with great qualities. They know that you don't give up easily. They know that you're a fighter. They know that you know how to figure things out, and you know how to fix things. You know how to do things, and you can take something small and turn it into something great. They know these things about you. That's the reason that they chose you, because you have what they don't have. You balance them, but they can't see it as a win. They see it as you're their opponent and you're a threat. So instead of working together to make a team, no, they see you as the competition. A narcissistic person sees you as the competition constantly. You're never their opponent. You're never the person that you guys are going to win together. So you might have dreams, goals, desires to be with this person, to plan life together and want to do these things together, but they don't see it like that. They look at you as if you're the threat. You're the reason that they cannot accomplish anything. They don't self reflect. They don't internalize things and process them to better themselves. They're not aware. They're not self aware. They don't know how to self assess. Instead, you're the problem. You're the reason they're failing at stuff. You're the reason that they're messing up. They don't know how to take accountability. But they'll hold you hostage, though, for doing things or not doing things thereof. They'll make sure that they hold you accountable for these things. So know who you're dealing with. And the first sign of somebody showing you these type of behaviors, you need to walk away. You need to walk away. And I know it sounds easier than doing it, and I know what it is. But when somebody takes the time to play with you like that, you gotta leave. That's your opportunity to leave. Thank you guys for tapping the screen, and thank you guys for liking. I see you guys on YouTube over here showing your girls some love. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Listen, your girl is coming back, putting in that work, and yes, I'm going to be coming back, making sure like the studio is set up good, audio. I had some technical difficulties tonight, but we're not going to talk about it, right? We're not going to talk about it. Um, these are some of the things that they see you as weak. They see you as weak, but don't believe it, because they know you're far from weak. Okay, they are actually weak. And if you think about a narcissist, they project. That's what they do. They project. They're going to project onto you whatever's going on with them. So if they tell you that you're cheating, it's not you. They want to say, I'm cheating. But their confession won't allow them to say it that way. So they have to say, you're cheating. Replace a lot of the words that the narcissists use to harass you or to accuse you of things. Replace some of those words. Instead of saying you, say I. And think about the narcissist confessing and telling you, because they have to confess these things. It's building up inside of them and they have to confess these things. They have to talk about it and get it out. So I get it what you're going through, and I get it and I understand it very well. But we're leaving everything in 2024. Now my girl Alicia. Now my girl Alicia. Hey. Hey sis. I know. I was just telling everyone. That I am back. I know. But I had to wrap up the year, as you know. I had to just wrap up the year, finish up with whatever I had going on, get that done, get that out the way, and just let's start anew, okay? So, what better way than to leave the narcissist in 2024 and get right into 2025, okay? Hey, magnificent Aquarius, welcome in. Yes, Alicia, I miss you too, sis. I know it's been so long. It's been long, but we're here and we're catching up and we're getting right back into it. Definitely want to bring you guys more videos and to be able to answer your questions and kind of give a recap of what's been going on with me, okay? Yes, your girl is constantly glowing and looking gorgeous as always, okay? As always. But it's so good to see you, Alicia. So good to see you. I'm gonna reach out to Connie, um, Kanita, like, oh my God, Chelly, everyone, like, oh my God, there's so many people that I'm gonna have to reach out to. And I'm also gonna do community updates. So that's something that I have to start doing now is making my flyer for the week. So we know what topic is gonna come next. You know, send me an inbox, lifebeyondnarcissism@gmail.com or info at lifebeyondnarcissism.com. You can send me an email, send me a DM, send me a message on topics or conversations that you want us to talk about. And I'll be more than happy to bring you more information about these topics so we can talk more about stuff. You just happen to scroll and see. Oh, I miss you too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Alicia. I appreciate you so much. I definitely want to bring back, some of the good times we used to have, sit down and talk about these kind of things so you can actually feel more comfortable with familiar faces and know that I've gone through the experience because I was there as well too. You know for sure that I was with a narcissist. You know this information. We've been there sitting in the huddle chatting with Hario and stuff like that. Like that's my bro right there. Hario over the top. Lot of love to you, brother. Like you got me up out of this. So what better way to show you that I appreciate you and I cherish you and I thank you for helping me to get out of the narcissistic abusive marriage that I was in than to turn on the camera and start helping some other people as well too and start going live and talking to other people. So, what better way to show my appreciation and to show my gratitude, to let everyone know that, hey, we're exposing this narcissist. We're putting them on mainstream. We're going to talk about them. We're going to get it out and we're not going to be quiet about it. We're not going to be silenced about it anymore. You cannot silence us any longer and we're going to talk about it. And that's just what it is. Okay. I had some technical difficulties tonight because somebody trying to say what I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to come on here and share. Wrong, wrong. Here we are talking about it, right? I appreciate you for passing through. Definitely Tuesday nights and Saturday nights are the two nights that I want to be going live at 8:30. I want to practice being on time, making sure that every night 8:30 p.m. Tuesday nights and Saturday nights as well. So hey Empress, big up yourself, sis. Just want to make sure that I'm back on here. Do the flyers, share it out, put it out in the community tab, to get the information out so people know that I'm back on here live and being able to answer your questions and talk about some of these things that's going on with the narcissist. Because boy, these dirty old crut ball, these dirty four-legged, ten-headed, nasty crut ball still out here breaking people's heart and messing around with people. Like, man, just like I can't wait for people to have more knowledge and more experience about the narcissist, because when you get, they have a hold on you in this spiritual realm. Okay, this thing is not even on the physical level. The physical level only manifests what's already going on in the spiritual realm. That they got a hold on you in the spiritual realm. So you got to go and break ties and fight with, you got to fight with everything in you to break free from this narcissist, because they're not playing with you. Okay? They're not playing with you. They're doing it in the spiritual realm. And a lot of times they're taking your own money to work their own stuff on you, if you know what I'm talking about. Winkety wink. Okay. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go into, to discuss. And we're leaving these dirty old nasty crop ball, these juice heads, these 10-legged creatures, we are leaving them in 2024. We're not giving them no energy. We're not giving them the time of day. As a matter of fact, you should have an exit plan. You should be strategic about how you're going to leave the narcissist. Don't change your body temperature. Don't change your heartbeat, because they study you, okay? So when you think you say hello to a narcissistic person and you're getting to know them and you're in the new stages of having conversations with them, you think you're getting to know them, but baby, they're studying you. Because everything they see you do, they're watching you, they're studying your every move, because they know exactly how they're going to take you down. They know exactly how they're going to conquer you. And that's their ultimate goal, is to make sure that when you start to figure them out, because these dirty crut balls, they know that you're going to figure them out. They know you're going to catch on to their little sleazy game. So they know their time is going to be up pretty soon. So they have to have an exit plan. So they already have their supplies lined up, okay? They never end relationship. That's why they don't give you closure. They leave you in the open because they want to recycle you back at a later time. When they get through other supplies, they're gonna come back to recycle you at a later time. So don't give these dirty, nasty crut ball no reason to want to circle the block, spin the block, and play around with you and play around with your emotions. Baby, please. I wish you would. I wish you would, little 10-legged dirty old crut ball. Wish you would try to circle the block. I wouldn't even look your direction to throw water on you if you were on fire. Like, baby, please. Bye. Okay. But I'm not going to try to sound bitter, okay? Because it's not a bitter me moment, but it's a bye. Peace. We're not doing it in 2025. We're not giving our energy. We're not giving our time. We're not giving our money. Or we're not giving our effort. Can you believe that you got to be paying the narcissist to abuse you? You got to pay for them to hurt you. These dirty old crumble can't keep no job. They can't have no money. They can't show you nothing. Nothing comes to fruition with them. They can acquire stuff. Let's give them credit for that, because they got us. Okay? They throw their hook and you got caught on that one, okay? So let's give them credit. They could acquire, but they can't keep. They can't maintain, because they're not keepers, so they don't even know how to maintain anything or multiply anything, okay? So we need to learn how to lead. Like, where are we going with somebody who ain't going nowhere? Where would we go with somebody who's not going anywhere? They're non-productive, they're non-progressive, and they rather live on pennies than multiply with you to build an empire. They're a bunch of jokes, okay? So unless you got jokes, or you're a comedian, or you work at the circus, that's the only reason that you'll be with a narcissistic person. And I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to play you. I'm just trying to let you know you wasting your time and you got things to do. That's the one thing you don't get back, is your time. So stop wasting it with a dirty, old, sleazy, nasty slut ball narcissist. Mm. Let me see what my girl Alicia said over here. Oh, Nicole said their part, right? Oh, Telsha, you know Telsha gonna talk about these 10-legged dirty. Oh, you listen, that's my girl Telsha. Like y'all, if you have not checked out T on MPD with my girl Telsha, okay? That's sis right there. That's big sis right there, okay? And Haria over the top, this is family. This is family. Chatting with Shelly, this is family. This is our network. You're going to get a lot of resource. You're going to get a lot of information. And you're going to learn how to heal from this narcissist. You're going to learn how to get away from this narcissistic person. You're going to learn how to pull away from them, okay? Because the hold that they got on you is really just the mind games that they play with you. Because you're paying the narcissist to abuse you. You're paying for this abuse. You're investing in your abuse. You're paying your abuser to abuse you. Come on. Like, I want to say make it make sense, but I was once in that position where it didn't make sense to me and I was trying to make it make sense. It didn't. That's the whole point. It don't make sense. You can't make sense out of nonsense because it just doesn't make sense. Why do I need? Hey, Smiley girl, you know it's a long time and I see you. Oh, jeez. Hi, Smiley. Hi, sis. You know me, I have to give you a little like a hello separately, personally. I hope you on my YouTube channel as well too, because we're gonna be going live on YouTube and we over here chatting. Okay, so this is the place where we chat and we chop it up. So make sure click the link in my bio. I think it should be active and good still. It would bring you right to my YouTube channel so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Girl, you know some pretty plus tax, you know? Look at something, something, something. Listen, them dirty old crop balls. Listen, you know what? I really empathize with us empaths that are dealing with the narcissist because it's really your great qualities, you know. Thanks. It's really your great qualities, which is the reason why they got with you. Okay, you're kind, you're loving, you're caring, you're giving, name some of your great qualities, the things that get unnoticed. Maybe you don't even want people to know that you are this way. You're such a nice person. You think that you're going to be a pushover, but the right person who really appreciates you and cherishes you is not going to push you around, because the same way how you want to be respected, your other half is waiting to be respected as well too. So, enough dealing with these narcissists, giving them your time and effort and begging them to love you. Like right now it's New Year's Eve. Where is the freaking narcissist? Where is the narcissist? Nowhere to be found, because they're out looking for their next supply. They're out looking for their next victim. That's what they do. As a matter of fact, in states where it's cold, they already shacked up. They're already shacked up because it's cold, they're lonely, and they booed up because they want somewhere to go, they want somewhere to be. And what better place than to move in with you? They create a situation to move in with you. So you find yourself taking care of this narcissist, putting them up because it's cold outside and they don't want to be left alone outside. So they want to come in and shack up with you. Don't give no narcissist that type of energy. Don't let them give you the sob story, because one thing about a narcissist, that's textbook. They're going to give you that pity story. They're going to tell you that something happened and this is going on and that's going on. And you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're shacked up with that narcissist because you feel sorry for them. And before you know it, you find yourself paying that narcissistic person to abuse you. You start paying them because, one, they're going to ask you, let me borrow some money. Let me borrow $50. Let me borrow your car. Let me go here. Let me do this. They're going to have everything in the book to borrow, to ask you about, in order to find somewhere to go, because what, you need to pay for this, so you got to pay for your own disrespect. So you're paying them to do this to you. Why are you staying there and paying somebody to hurt you like this and to disrespect you like this? Why? But I get it. you know I get it. When you lack boundaries, and you don't know how to say no. No is a full sentence. No, no, a whole sentence. I was so proud of myself the first time I told the narcissist no, like a real no, not one of those argument no's. No, he was like, "Oh, let me borrow $500 so I could pay down on this place." Because I told him we were not going to be moving in together. I'm out. I'm done. He was like, "Oh, I need to like coming up with a story, cooking up a story really quickly too. Tell me, oh, let me borrow $500 so I could give to the landlord so I could pay down on this place. Yada yada yada." No, I don't have it. Just like I was so when I tell you, I was so proud of myself for actually telling the narcissist, no, I don't have it. I did, but it felt good standing up for myself for once. Like it felt good saying no. And in that moment, I didn't care anymore. I was tired. I was at that point of being exhausted and tired of giving to this narcissist, doing for them, covering the bills, paying all the rent, paying the mortgage, paying everything. It was just me paying for everything. I'm paying the phone bill. I'm buying the groceries, and you're more lonely. You think you're lonely now that you're single, that you're separated, that you're not with the narcissist. You think you're lonely now? You're more lonely when you're with a narcissistic person because they starve you. They starve you emotionally. They starve you physically. They starve you sexually. They starve you in every single way. You're suffocating with them. They starve you. So you're the most loneliest when you're with a narcissistic person because if you're by yourself, then you'll come up with a schedule, a plan, and you'll get things done accordingly. But when you're with one of them and then you're doing everything by yourself still, what point is why are you here? I could dirty this place by myself. What do you want? Why are you here? For what? Make it make sense. Hey Derek. Hey coach. Nice to see you. Yes. Your girl is doing the live again. Yes. Starting off on the right foot. You see that? I'm starting the new year just right, okay? I'm doing my thing, okay? We locked in. Yeah. So why are they here? Like, what are you doing here? What's the point of you being here? If I'm paying all the bills by myself, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing the laundry, I'm maintaining, I'm fixing things. For crying out loud, make yourself useful or do something with yourself. But that's the thing. A lot of times when we're emotionally broken and we're emotionally damaged, we tend to find people to fix that part of us instead of us working on those broken pieces for ourselves. Instead of us taking care of those things, we make excuses that, okay, maybe they don't have a job right now, but they could help out with the bills. I could manage the bills for now until things really get hard, until things really start to pile up and pack up on you. Then you realize that sitting there having another person, a grown adult sitting there not doing anything, is not so cute after all. After you get your fix done and that moment has passed and you realize that there's nothing else there, it's pretty empty, you realize, like, why is this person here? And then they'll borrow your car to go make runs, to go do other things, to go be with other women, to be with other men. They'll do these things with your own money, your vehicle, your time, and your energy. This is what they do. So you think you're lonely now that you're by yourself? You're more lonely when you're with a narcissistic person because they do not care about you. They don't care nothing about you. They'll watch you do everything in the house by yourself and sit there and look at you. They'll sit and watch you and don't even offer to help you to do anything for you because that's who they are. Unfortunately, that's just who they are. They want to watch you suffer. They'll watch you carry the load on your back by yourself and would never offer you help because that's just what they do. They enjoy watching you suffer. They get so much pleasure and joy watching you in pain. It's sad. It's unfortunate. Big up to Nessa Hari. Oh, Alicia, you giving us all shout out. I appreciate you, sis. And you saved over $2,000 a month switching to single. I know that's right. I know that's right. One tank, one tank of gas for the week, one bill to pay, less groceries to buy. I know that's right. I wish if I could pin that comment because Alicia, you still a mod. You still a mod, sis. You could pin this comment here. I saved over $2,000 a month switching to single from a narcissist. I know that's right. Complete waste of time. Oh, Nicole, you're asking about Ayana or Ina Nicole. I don't know. I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm saying leave the narcissist in 2024. Leave them here tonight. Bury them. Hey, Snake. Hi, sis. How are you? Yeah, bury them in 2024. Absolutely. Because we're not doing this in 2025. We're not dealing with the narcissist in 2025. We're going to make sure we expose them. We're going to expose them to the fullest. We're going to talk about them. We're going to expose them. But we're not bringing them into 2025. New you, new attitude, new mindset, new goals. Like, what goals do you have for yourself? It's the night before New Year's. Where's the narcissist? Somebody tell me where's the narcissist? Are they having a glass of wine with you or are they giving you an excuse? Because they always got to woo the new supply. They always got to find an excuse to be with somebody else, to create an argument, to go somewhere else. Like it's just a never ending story with one of them. So it's the night before the new year. What plans do they have for you? Like, what are they planning to do with you for 2024? What plans did you guys plan to do in 2024 and it never happened? How much did they contribute to those plans? How many bills did they contribute to? You could count. You could possibly count how much money they contributed to things and what did they do for you. I'm pretty sure you could count. How many birthdays have they ruined for you? How many anniversaries have they made a mess? How many events have they ruined for you in 2024? Yeah, you're right, Snake. They're going to back you into a corner. Yep. They'll back you into a corner to convince you that you're the problem. You're right. That's exactly what they're going to do is to back you into a corner so you feel like you're the issue and you feel like something is wrong with you. Okay? All these games that they're playing and I know it's like it's hard. Like let me be honest with you. Raising your standards, having boundaries, having a higher self-esteem, it's really hard, okay? Don't let anybody tell you that it's easy. You should just increase your self-esteem and you should do all of these things. Bull crap, okay? It's hard, okay? And especially if you didn't know that your self-esteem was low. Because you feel good, right? You get up every day, you dress good, you look good, you go to work, you do a phenomenal job at work, you get your stuff done. You're that girl or you're that man who gets your stuff done. You understand what you're doing. You actually get respect at work. You get respect from everybody else except this dirty old crutball. You get respect from everybody else at your job, in the streets, the grocery store. You're respected when you go places. But when you're in your household, that's the one place that you're disrespected because this is exactly how they treat you. You're disrespected at home, but everybody else see greatness in you. So the reason being that your self-esteem is low is because when you're in your own home where you're supposed to lay your hair down and be most vulnerable and most comfortable is the one place you feel like you're at a battlefield. So you go out and you're intimidated by other people and you don't know how to really stand up for yourself. So you become a pushover because the person at home is pushing you around. The person at home is making you feel less than. They talk down to you so much and beat you down. And what they do is use the things that you have shared with them that are most vulnerable, that are most, sentimental. These private things that you have discussed with them in private is the very thing they use as a weapon to hammer you down and to make you feel like you are horrible and you're the most terrible person in the world. But anybody who really takes something that you have shared with them in private in a vulnerable state and use it as a weapon to chastise you, to degrade you, to belittle you is somebody that you need to stay miles away from. Okay? That's not your friend. A narcissist is not your friend. That's not somebody to be friendly with. Okay? Because the very thing that you have shared with them is the very thing that they use as a weapon to weaponize it. Okay. And sometimes you don't want other people to know about these things. So they threaten you and it now becomes leverage. So they use it as leverage and they blackmail you about things. So now you give in to everything. Now you don't even bother to talk to them about that thing that needs to get done. You don't even bother to share anything with them. Hey, Izzy, you don't bother to do a lot of these things because you realize that they're holding information against you. Hey, Danielle, they're holding information against you. So you don't even share these things with them no more. So you start to shut down. You start to go inside and you don't want to verbalize things anymore. You start walking on eggshells inside the house, but that's exactly what they want you to do, to walk on eggshell, because they know that, yes, it's working. Whatever they were doing, it's actually working. They're belittling you, devaluing you. There's an actual name for it. That's the devalue stage. When they start to devalue you and you're not worth it anymore and you're nothing good. So you were this great person before when they were love bombing you and letting you feel like you were the best thing since sliced bread. Okay? That's how they were making you feel, like you're the best thing since sliced bread. But now they want to devalue you and belittle you. Now you're not that goodness anymore. Now you're not this bomb of a person anymore. Oh, they were praising you at first, I'm pretty sure. They were telling everybody how gorgeous you are, how nice you are, how you take care of things, how you do this, how you do that. They talk so highly about you in the beginning and praise you, but they already know that they got you, because that level of praise and admiration should be a red flag. But we're not taught these things because we're not already getting these type of validation. So when the narcissist comes and they're giving you validation, you gravitate to that and you take that. So you believe that that's true because you weren't given these admirations, you weren't given these validations, you weren't poured into. So they come with that affection, which is known as that love bombing stage, where they come in and they shower you with that a whole bunch of love bombing, and they're laying it on thick. Okay, they slather that thing on real thick. You can't even see through it. That's the amount of love bomb they give to you, but they watch how you respond to it. Okay. They see how you gravitate to their compliments, the things that they tell you, and they realize that, oh, it gives you butterflies and it makes you smile and you feel so good when they tell you these things. So they're like, okay, I see how you respond to that. I'm going to give you a little bit more. And then they give you a little bit more. And when you look forward to, because now what they're doing is creating an addiction. Okay, and they're giving it to you and giving it to you, pouring it on you, right, Danielle? They're pouring it on you and laying it on thick, and you're like, oh, this might be the one. How could this be the one in 2 weeks? I'm just saying. Don't feel bad. I'm not coming at you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad because I got married in 3 months. So I'm not, I would never come at you because your girl got married in 3 months at the age of 23. What was I thinking? Okay. So I never judge you. But we're going to talk about it though. We're going to talk about it. How could this person be the one in 3 weeks, in 3 months? How? That's because they already know that you lack boundaries, because you shouldn't be accepting those type of overly affection, those over affection so soon from anyone. And if you think about somebody who's platonic, think about a platonic relationship. Innocent, pure, there's nothing, you're not trying to get with this person. And see how it took time to build up that relationship. See how it progressed, it progressed over time, it improved over time. You didn't just like out of nowhere just start sweating and getting hot and like going crazy for this person. No, you build that, and sometimes you can feel an immediate connection, or chemistry, not a connection, a chemistry. But then you build, and the momentum builds and it builds. But you need time to learn about a person and get to know a person. How much information do you have about this person to make such a decision that they're the one? In 2 weeks, come on, man, let's be realistic. In 2 weeks, they're telling you they have not met anybody like you. You're the best, you're the one, and they don't know where you have been all their life. Sounds familiar? That's because it is familiar. It's the game. It's the game. That's all you're doing is just running game. Running game. That's all it is. They're just running game. And you're just a player on the board. You're just a player for their game. That's all it really is. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But those are some red flags that we're not taught. And we don't know how to set boundaries. They'll come with stuff like, hey, beautiful. Oh, okay. Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. Good morning, sunshine. All this foolery. For what? I didn't give you the okay to call me out my name. That's not my name. My name is such and such. Call me by my name. So those are some red flags for me, unfortunately. I mean, I could dump a good guy because he called me, hey, beautiful. Such a ick. That's such an ick for me. Hey, beautiful. Ew. That's my immediate response. Like, ew. But it's not because it's a bad thing or I don't think that I'm beautiful. That's an understatement. Oh, conceited. I know. But no, for real, let's stop playing around. I goof a little bit at times, right? But hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Something along those lines. And there's nothing wrong if someone compliments your physical. You're beautiful. Good. But in the space of 10 minutes, you're telling me my eyes are beautiful, my lips are pretty. You're telling me all these physical compliments. Hey, are there any non-physical thing that you could compliment me about? Maybe it's easy to talk to me. Maybe you're having a good conversation. We're vibing, something that's non-physical. See, we're not taught these things, what to look out for, the red flags to spot, the signs to look out for, how to spot a narcissist. Like, we're not taught these things, how to be able to spot them a mile away, how to be able to see them. We're not taught how to do it. We don't know their language. We don't know what they normally say, because when they say it to us the first time, it's so flattering because we don't hear these things often. There's not people that's constantly pouring into us, telling us that they love us, telling us that we're beautiful, telling us that we're worthy, and those constant reassurance. We don't get these things. So when a narcissistic person comes on and laid on thick and you don't stop it, like, whoa, excuse me? You don't stop it. See, that was the first test. So they're testing you from day one. Immediately, they're testing you because it's like, you don't see anything wrong with that? You like that? Or you lack boundaries, and they know. Immediately they know. So you might think that you're giving them a hard time and you're giving them a pushback. They know when you accept certain little things, they already know you lack boundaries. You don't have no boundaries. Boundaries were zero. Okay. I had lacked boundaries before. I didn't understood my worth. I didn't know what this was like. I didn't, what? Some razor taught these things. I don't know what that is. Be nice, nice. I didn't think somebody was vicious, devious, malicious, all these, I didn't know these things, but, I had to learn the hard way, that is. I really had to learn these things. I wasn't taught these things, and I really wasn't hearing those little words from my mom or my dad, because for those of you who know, my dad died when I was 3 years of age. So I didn't have a dad to tell me he loves me, or that first love from a man. So I gravitated very quickly to a man pouring into me and giving me that type of affection and stuff like that. So I get it. We weren't taught a lot of these things. So some of us are vulnerable because we have mommy wounds and we have daddy wounds. We have daddy trauma. We have mommy traumas and stuff like that. And it's okay. Like, this is a place where you can actually be around people that have gone through stuff like this, that have experienced stuff like this. There's no shame. You guys know who know me already. Alicia's been hanging with me for a couple of years now, 2 years to be exact, and already knows that I'm who I am. I'm raw, straight to the point, honest, don't have no time for no BS. Like, what do I have to lose? But I want to help, just to help you to understand that you're not alone in this type of situation. And it wasn't until I really learned that I was neglected as a child. I was abandoned as a child. Like, yes, I have a mom, but having neglect wounds and abandonment wounds will make you gravitate to those type of compliments, will make you gravitate to love bombing, because you have those wounds and those trauma there that needs to be healed. So if you don't know these things, you won't know why you're attracting a narcissist. You don't know why you keep gravitating to them. You don't know why they keep coming in your life. You don't know why. The whys behind it stems really deep, and it goes beyond just the compliments. It goes beyond these little admirations and stuff like that, because you're accepting it. You're allowing it to happen, and you actually like it. So you became addicted to how the narcissist treats you. So you're able to attract another one because you have an addiction. Unfortunately, I'm stumbling over my own words right now. But unfortunately, when you have such of an addiction to, you know, uh, those type of treatments, toxic, unhealthy treatments, um, hey Jojo, I told you it was gonna be live tonight. I promise, and I kept my promise. Okay. Click on the link in my bio for my YouTube channel, and just hop on over YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed so we can spend more time over there too. You could be in a community. This is my community over here on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come on over. Join the community, so you could definitely be able to see when I go live. I'll be going live on Tuesday nights at 8:30 and Saturday nights as well too. So twice weekly we're going to be meeting up and having these conversations to help get through some of these toxic. Hey Dot, thank you so much, Dot, for liking my video. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. So going through, definitely, by same spirit. Yep, it's the same. You're right, Alicia. It's really a type of spirit. And if you get to know that type of spirit, they thrive on, trauma. They thrive on your pain. They thrive on your past, and they're there to steer you left. They're there to tell you that, all these negative things. And sometimes we don't realize, but we give them authority to dwell amongst us. When we believe these things, we accept it. And when we tell ourselves that, yeah, it is true, we really are co-signing to these things. So it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, but it's up to you to make this type of decision. It's definitely up to you to really be able to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something different. I've been doing this repeatedly for several years, and this is a familiar spirit. I'm comfortable doing this. I want to try something different. Like, how is it going to hurt? You already know the consistency of that mixture. Try something different. Maybe it'll be a little bit watery, maybe it'll be a little bit thicker. But try it. How would you know if you don't try it? But you know what it's like going home to this narcissist every day. You know what it's like going through this abuse. But the fear of being alone, the fear of being by yourself, and the fear, and you know what? If I could be 1,000% honest, you don't want to feel neglected again. Again. That's really what it is. And I hope I don't hurt your feelings. I hope I'm not saying too much. I hope your this is received very well because I mean it with love. um but you don't want to feel that pain again, what it feels like being neglected, what it feels like being abandoned. And I empathize with that a lot. I understand. And when the narcissists discard you, when they dispose of you like you're trash, like you're nothing, it ignites that fuel of feeling neglected again. It really, trigger you when they do stuff like that. And I completely understand it because that's their playground, because they know it hurts. But in reality, they're hurting as well too. They have their own trauma, their own neglect wounds. So what a narcissist try to do is that they try to leave you, abandon you before you abandon them, because in reality, they really have abandonment wounds. They have trauma as well too. And that's one of the reason that you guys really gravitate together, because you guys, are on opposite specs. You're definitely on opposite sides, but you guys really were able to meet in the middle and gravitate because you guys bonded through trauma. So you shared some of your trauma with them and they shared some with you. A lot of times they're mimicking you and mirroring you back to you. But underneath it is some truth. There's some truth mixed with a lot of lies. And that's exactly how they get you lured in, because they want to be relatable. So that's how you guys are able to bond through this trauma. And by the time you know it, you think that you've met the one, because you guys are relatable. You're able to relate to this person, and you guys understand each other, like, oh, they get me, you really get me, you understand me and stuff like this. But they just want to know where it hurts for you, so they could beat you to the punch, and play with your emotions, and see how they can really control you. So if they leave you first when you have just relaxed, let your hair down, and share your most vulnerable parts with them, right? um Now they've formulated a bond with you. Now you guys are locked in on a physical, sexual, emotional connection, like you guys are locked in at this point. But this is the time when they choose to leave because gotcha. Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I just shared everything with you, and you're you got me? That's really what you're doing? Like, you got me? Haha, jokes on me. So you really just came to play with my emotions and be insensitive this whole time? Sounds like a narcissist to me. They just want to get you in that position to be vulnerable, to share things with them, because that's now leverage. They use it as weapon. So the dreams, the family that you guys are planning, the things that you're trying to accomplish with them. 11 years, Danielle. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that comment. 11, you waited 11 years and it still ended the same way. Oh my, 11 years, y'all. 11 years. I did 13, okay? 13. So I feel you. I feel you. I understand. 11 years. And the same thing that you were running from ended up happening the same way, because they are who they are. They are who they are. It's that they are who they are. They're not going to change. Whether it's 11 years, 10 years, 13 years, 15 years, they're not going to change. They are who they are. But they get you open, they get you vulnerable, they get you to start sharing things, sharing information, sharing stuff with them. And that's when they get you. Now they know that you really want this family. So they're future faking it with you. They're faking this future with you, listening to you, planning this whole future with you, faking everything, promising you, over promising you, and you're buying into the promises, you're believing in it, and you're holding down your end of the bargain. When the whole time they know they can't keep their promise, they're not going to keep their promise. They're going to break their promise the first opportunity they get to break this promise. But they have to get you hooked in. They have to get you to buy in. They have to get you to believe in whatever they're selling. So they have to make it look believable. They'll even go out and get a job. They'll go out and get a job so that they'll be able to make it look good and make it look believable. So you're buying into it when the whole time that job is just for them to have an opportunity to leave from around your side so they could start getting their new supply. Okay? I said it. I said it. It's just an avenue for them to start vetting their new supply because they need to be out networking, socializing, and you're thinking that this is the most innocent person in the world, not knowing that you're sleeping with the enemy. And these are the very things that are going to come back later on to now use as a weapon to weaponize them with you. So the family, so every time when they dump you, right? When they dump you and discard of you, or if you want to leave, they start to bring up the fact that, oh, I want my family to work. I want to be with my family and I love my family. And they use the very thing that you told them in the beginning that that's what you want. They use it now as a weapon to say they want their family. Now they want their family so bad. Now they want to be with their family. They didn't know these things the whole time when they were mistreating you and mishandling you. They didn't know that they wanted their family during this whole time. Now they want their family because you're leaving. No, it's all a part of the plan. They had it planned from the beginning. They had this plan. How does this puzzle thing work? This thing here on why this foolery? Oh, yeah. Okay, there it is. All right. It's telling me that there's no activity. You can't see me here moving. Um, but that's what they do. They wait until you're about to leave. You're going out the door. You're done with this now. You're tired. You don't want no more of this. You can't take the stress. You lose your mind. And you say you can't deal with this no more. You're out. You're done. Oh no, you're not done. They just got started because they got to get you hooked back on this roller coaster. Oh, you leaving? You were going? You ain't going nowhere. You coming right back because remember you want the family. Oh baby, let's try for this baby. Let's try for this family. Let's try to make things work. Let's try to do this. Oh now they're gonna try to do everything you've ever asked for. Now it's the time to do it because you're about to leave. So now you're like, okay, you know what? They're gonna do it. Let me give them another try. Let me just hear them out for a minute. Let's just okay, we're gonna do this again. Let's do it. Give them 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And you could count the days to the 2 weeks before you're right back to square one. But guess what? That back and forth, that constantly doing it repeatedly. Oh, they said they're going to do it. They didn't do it. They're not keeping their word. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It creates a habit. It's repetition. It's like going to the gym, practicing, working out, repetition. It creates repetition. You work a muscle, you start to grow that muscle, you start to develop that muscle, you start to become better at it. It's repetition. That's really what it is. Now you create an addiction. Now that's what they want you to go ahead and start doing, coming back to them every time. So now you get so accustomed to arguing with them. So now you're arguing, going back and forth because now you're addicted to it. It's an addiction. It's no longer love. It's an infatuation. It's no longer affectionate. It's a job. It's a chore. You got to plan for it. You got to book it. You got to pay for it. You got to put a down payment. You got to be extra sweet. You got to be extra nice. It's not sincere anymore. And that's what you want? That's what you signed up for? I'm sorry to make my face like this, but I can't help it. Like the thought of it, the very thought. I have no words. I have no words. Alicia, you lucked out. Okay? Because everything, listen, if you put a one in the comment section, just put a one. If you've ever experienced sharing personal things with a narcissist and they use it as a weapon to weaponize it with you at a later time, just put a one in the chat. Just put a one. You don't gotta tell me a story. You don't gotta say me too. Just put a one. Just a one. That's it. That's all I want is just a one. That's it. Because yes, okay. Even if I have one person to give a testimony to say yes, okay. Yes, because this is exactly what they do. This is exactly what they do. It's a weapon. It's not sacred, but it's just the way how they got you though. Like the way how they came smooth and Rico Suave and this princess in distress or this damsel in distress and the way how they got you. It's ridiculous. When you stop and you think back about it, you could really see that it was a game the entire time. It was just they was just playing in your face the whole time. It was never sacred. It was never loyal. It was never no loyalty. It's never there. They play in your face the whole time. That's it. That's it. They play in your face the whole time. Listen, I'm ready to come back on here. I'm ready to come back on Saturday night, okay? So it's my first time back. We did what, an hour and about 15 minutes. See, guys, I'm doing my thing back, doing my thing. So question for you guys in the chat section, really check. And I definitely was way not going to sleep. Listen, you lucked out. I'm telling you, you lucked out because you give them anything, oh, it's leverage. So listen, definitely gonna go into these topics as we go along, okay? So what is something that you're still trying to pinpoint with a narcissist? Like something that you're still trying to make sense of it. Like what is one thing that you're still trying to make sense of with them? I want to see what are some of the challenges that you're facing, have faced, still need answers to. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm also on YouTube if you want to click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're live on YouTube as well. We're doing Q&A right now, asking questions and answering them as well to get a better understanding. So what is like one thing, like I just want to know like some of the challenges that you guys are facing, some of the things that you haven't overcame, because I felt like me taking so much time to really heal and go through the healing journey. I feel like I'm a bit selfish right now. I could be very honest with you. Like I don't even know how to really share with you guys and like go through this process again, but I really miss doing it, but sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really been live like that. It's like I don't even know where to start to like, because it's like out of sight, out of mind, dealing with it. I've healed from it, I've passed it. So but I don't want to feel like because I'm past that stage, I can't talk about it. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to get it out. It's okay to deal with it. And I've done these things, but how do I really like humble myself to help others? How do I humble myself to be so, you know, approachable, for us to talk about it, for us to really be able to go through some of these things together. I want to answer your questions. So that's what I want to be able to come on and do on Tuesday nights and Saturday nights at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I want to be able to come on and let's talk about it. Join the live. You can watch it on the replay. It's going to be up available for you guys to watch it on the replay. Look into the community tab so you could get updates on when I'm going live again and when I'll be sharing information and the topics. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that the topics are up in advance so you guys will have more than enough times. Hey, Rella. Hey, sis. How are you, girl? I'm back on YouTube. Hey, gorgeous. I remember our good old days, Rella. Yeah, I'm back on YouTube now. So I definitely I'm taking questions and answers right now. Well, I'm gonna be answering the questions, but I want to be prepared on Saturday when I come back on live to be able to answer some of these questions. I know it's been a while. I know, love. I know it's been a while, but definitely feel free. You know my YouTube channel already, so we're definitely getting it up and running again. We want to get our watch time up. Yeah, your girl got to get the watch time up on YouTube. So I definitely want to be able to kind of direct traffic over there. Okay. We got our subscribers in, which is really, really good. But we want to get those watch hours up. So we want to make sure that this year, 2025, that's going to be a goal to be consistent and keep showing up and keep having these conversations. Let me see. The question is the long game patience they have. The long game. So you want to know what is that long patience game? All right, so I'm gonna take a picture because I want to be prepared. I'm gonna answer it right now, but I want to also be prepared more because I know there's more than likely more people that are going to have questions like this. So I'll just take a picture of it. Hopefully, I can see it well. Let me see. Yeah, I can see it just fine. You said the long game patience they have. See, that long game patience that they have is their life, right? So if you think about it for yourself, you get up every day, you shower, you brush your teeth, morning care, routine, coffee, breakfast, work. You see how that's your routine? The game is their routine. Okay. So it's just new players, but the game is their routine. So they get up every day to do it because they don't see themselves doing anything else. They can't be vulnerable, like how you're able to face some of the issues that you're having and be accountable for your stuff. They don't do that. They don't know how to take ownership of some of these things. So they have to create routine game, and the game is to make you lose your mind, and they get a kick out of it. Unfortunately, that's just their game. It's to watch you lose your mind because if and they look at it in such a prideful way, like they feel proud and prideful. Hey, thank you so much for the like, Roman Legend. I appreciate it. They feel so prideful doing this for the simple fact that I can make you second guess yourself. Oh, you're stupid. Like they're having you second guess yourself, doubt your reality. So now you're not connected to yourself anymore. You're not connected to your intuition anymore. You're not believe. That's where you get doubt from. When you're second guessing yourself, that builds a seed of doubt. And with the seed of doubt, you start to water it. So if you think about how many times you have watered that seed of doubt that they have sown onto you because you really believe what they said was true. You bought into the lies that they told you. Now you're second guessing yourself. You're doubting yourself. You're not believing that you're capable because they told you that you weren't capable. So if they can tell you lies and you believe it, that's their game. Their end goal is to make you disconnect from your intuition because your intuition is going to keep you on track. Your intuition is going to keep you on target. Think about when you're organized and when you're structured, you feel more accomplished. You want to get things done when you have a sense of direction. They want to confuse you to throw you off your course, to throw you off your scent. That's their job. See, they're assigned these jobs to throw you off course, to steer you left. Your job is to stay focused and stay on the right path, but they have a job to do to drift you off. And the more you're with them, the further you drift away from every goal and things that you want to accomplish. When you start to lighten the load and let them go, you find yourself accomplishing more, achieving more, and wanting to do better for yourself. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying because that's what they're doing. They're there to hold you down and to tear you down and bring you down. That's their job. To rob, unalive, steal, and destroy. That's their job. They're doing their job. They're doing theirs. You got to do your job. You got to do yours. I'll take a look at the next question. I just want to briefly touch on some of these really quickly to make sure, I'm helping to answer your question. I've been somewhat curious about what happens to him as a child. Um, so not saying all, okay? I'm not saying all. Let me just scratch my forehead really quickly, okay? Hold on. Sorry. I'm sorry. Did not want to be scratching my nose in your face. I'm sorry, okay? Sorry about that. I had to itch my nose and I didn't want to do it in your face, okay? Respectfully. Um, so your question was you're curious about what happened to him as a child. I don't know him, so I'll start there. I don't know him. Um, No lies told, Daniel. I'm so happy I was able to answer your question. I'm so happy I was able to answer your question. Like I said, do not hesitate to ask me questions. I'm coming back on Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Next Tuesday again, 8:30 p.m. So you guys could be able to ask me questions, help to clear the fog in your head, to get those unanswered questions answered. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. um, okay. So sometimes as a child, right? When a baby is crying, okay, and the parents ignores that child, okay, that's a start of neglect. That's the early stages of neglect. And when a baby is hungry and is crying for a bottle or for something to eat, and the parent is not given, and I'm just giving one example, it could be many. Like I said, I don't know him, but a lot of times with a narcissist, these are some of the things that happen to them. Okay, they weren't born this way. These things develop and it created over time. Okay, so what happened a lot of times is that when they don't get that bottle to soothe them, to comfort them, to fulfill that need, because they have a need, and their only way to get that need met is crying out for, attention, to get help. Sometimes the parents are busy doing their own thing and they don't have time for the kids and stuff like that. They don't really have the time sometimes. So what that child does, you'll notice they'll start to either suck their thumb as a form of, coping. They're soothing themselves. They suck their own thumb. So now they probably do that and fall asleep. So now they have learned their own coping mechanism, how to self medicate themselves. So they don't get that love and attention from their caregiver, which is their first primary source of love. They don't get that type of love and affection from them. So they soothe themselves and they self medicate. Think about when you get the whole department store of Medicare, the whole pharmacy in your hands. What you think gonna happen when you get the whole pharmacy? You gonna go buck wild. You gonna take everything. You gonna go in excess, and that's some of the things that happen, that it goes overboard. So this child is seeking love, this child is seeking affection, this child is seeking attention, from the parent. And sometimes you'll find that the neighbor gives them attention. Sometimes you'll find that, an aunt or somebody else gives them the attention that they're looking for. But there's no love like a mom's love or a daddy's love. So when they don't get that first caregiver's love and attention in the beginning, they go out seeking it from other people. But they have a form of resentment towards their own parents that deprive them of that love. So you'll find in a young man that didn't get his mommy's love, that's a narcissist at that, you'll find that he hates women. He doesn't really like women, but he can't take out that level of frustration on his mom. So, as the partner for this man, you'll find that he'll take out that frustration on you, and you'll be the one to encounter that. So you get all the yells, all the screams, all the backlash, like you get everything and you didn't deserve it, but you're the closest person. So you become their emotional punching bag. And it's unfortunate. I understand. It's unfortunate that you're dealing with stuff like this or that you have to go through stuff like this. But this is what happens to a boy that does not get his mommy's love, does not know how to express himself, does not know how to, to talk about stuff because the mom was never there to really help him to build up and to mature. So he's not able to be mature. So a lot of times you'll find ladies that are with narcissistic men is that she comes in to play that mommy role with the narcissist. So she don't put him in a position to be responsible. She starts to fill in and make everything okay for him. So he's not forced to be a man and to put in that position because that woman comes in now being the mommy girlfriend for this man. And you'll find yourself in a relationship like that where things are more feminine, that you find yourself as the woman being more masculine in that type of relationship because he's now taken on a feminine identity in that relationship, and you're not able to really see the man that he is because in reality he has arrested developments. His development into manhood has been arrested, it's been altered because mommy did not teach him these kind of things, how to be responsible. He didn't get the proper nurturing. So you're dealing with a grown man in the body, but his mindset is a childlike mindset. He has arrested development, he's not fully developed. So I don't know the guy that you're talking to. I don't know him. But if he's experiencing some of these symptoms and some of these things that I've just explained to you, hopefully you'll find some answers there that resonate with you to help you gain clarity and to get a better understanding of what is it that you're actually dealing with. And the reverse now for women that have not gotten their daddy's love, right? I know nobody asked that question, but that didn't get their daddy's love. A lot of times what they do is they'll look bad. They'll look really good. When I say bad, I mean really good, okay? They look gorgeous, they look attractive, they're gorgeous, okay? Most of the times. They're really beautiful, and their body is what they use as a weapon. The body becomes that thing that they throw the body on you, they lay it on thick, and now they get you in through their body. And that's how they get you hooked. And you realize that now that becomes their weapon because they don't have anything else to offer. So you got in bed with them quickly, and that's how they got you hooked. It's not mental, because if they stimulated your mind and brought you to other levels, you realize that they cannot maintain the level of intelligence that you have. They're not on the same page as you. They're lacking some stuff. Their level of maturity is not there. Their reasoning ability is not there. They're not able to have a civil grown conversation without projecting onto you. Hopefully that answers your questions. Let me see if I could go to the next question. Sit down and heal, coach. Not Coach Derek over here giving me some love and support. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you so, so much. Let me see. Nicole said that he will do things that causes him harm in order to throw me off guard. Yes, it makes it impossible to create peace because even when I think no, that would hurt him, he would do that, and I'm wrong. See, if you think about it, right? Excuse me. If you really think about it, when we're kids, right? Growing up as kids, we give trouble. We don't listen to our parents. What are some of the things that we would happen to us as a parent, as a child, right? We will get a spanking. We will get a whooping. And we know not to do that again, right? Or better yet, you touch the stove and it's hot, it burns you, you don't want to do it again. So now you've created fear or trauma. So the thing that a narcissist does is that, and think about your parents too, to gain control over you and to discipline you, they put actions and corrective actions in place. Whether you're going to get a whooping, so if you cut school, if you do this, you're going to get a whooping. And da, 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 da. So you're like, I don't want no whooping. So you're afraid, a little bit of trauma. Hey, Brooklyn, long time haven't seen you. You're scared, you're afraid, you do not want to get a whooping, so you really just like, I ain't doing that. So you know what it feels like because it happened before, so you back off of it, right? Think about it with a narcissist. They have to drive fear in you to control you. Your parents did it, giving you a spanking. The stove burned you, you now approach with caution. So when they tell you that they're gonna hurt themselves, is it's that reverse psychology to gain control. They have to control you. And if you're slipping away from their arms and you're going too far and they feel like they're losing control, they're losing a grip on you, like you're waking up from their madness and you're slipping away, they have to create some form of fear, something to make you stay. So it's like, oh, I'm going to hurt myself. So you stay and don't go, don't leave me. I'll be nothing without you. But then they treat you like crap. It's a game. It's a game. It's just a game of control. And if you go too far, then they're losing control. And if you go too far, they're losing control. So they can't afford for you to go that far. Hey, Rella, they can't afford for you to go that far. They cannot afford for you to go too far. You're their victim. You're their victim. You allow them to punch you. You allow them to, you're their punching bag. You allow this. Like, why would they stop? You never left. So the scare tactic works. The scare tactic works. Let's be honest, it's been working. Why would they change? Think about, and my condolences, my deepest condolences to all the people who have lost someone, um, who have experienced a loss or know of someone or might be listening to this. My deepest condolences to you. But those people, they did it. They never really talk about it. They never do. They never do. They never do. They normally do it because they're at the point where they made that decision and they're content with their decision. They don't need an approval. They don't need an audience. They don't need a crowd. They don't need anyone. They've made their decision and it's final, unfortunately. So when they're doing these things, it's because they're not really going to do it. And if they actually end up doing it, do not take on the burden of that to feel like you did something. The best thing you could do for someone who's threatening to harm themselves is seek help for them. Report the issue. Get them the help that they need. Because if they do something about it, you're going to feel like you could have done something to help them. And, it's the one time I really didn't listen to them and I really didn't believe them that they were going to actually do it. Well, you know what? For your conscience, for your peace of mind, to feel better about yourself that you did not ignite that fire and you didn't push them to it, do yourself a favor. Report the issue. Free yourself. They've held you hostage for too long. They've controlled you for way too long. Hey, Jada, I know you said it's been too long that you haven't seen me go live, and I did it. I'm actually on my YouTube page over here as well on my computer. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, girl, please, what are you waiting for? Hop on over to YouTube, okay? Our community is here. It's growing conversation, and we're thriving. So I'm answering questions tonight. It's Q&A. And I'm back again on Saturday nights at 8:30. So it's 2 nights out the week now. You get me Tuesday nights, and Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So double the fun. Um, free yourself because they have held you hostage for so long. They really held you hostage, playing these mind games with you, playing with your emotions, playing around with you for so long. Thanks for joining the team out. I love it. Thank you so much for joining the team. I can't tell you thank you enough. Um, they've done this. It's a game, and I know Daniel asked the question earlier about the games that they play and how they have such patience to do it. It's their fuel. It's their fuel. It's how they thrive. It keeps them going. If the game never gets old for them because they have to recycle the game every 2 weeks. So if you think about it, that's their time frame. Their time span is really 2 weeks. They'll crash out after 2 weeks of faking it, and it's right back to square one all over again because they show you their real, true, authentic self, the monster that they are. They show you who that person is. That's because the mask slipped and they can't fake it anymore. They show you who they are. But because they have given you some fake facade and some little snippets of their fake self when they're putting on the fake show, that's what they sold you on. You got sold on the fakeness. So now when they show you their real self and the mask falls off, you don't believe it. You're in pursuit for that person that they showed you in the beginning. You want back that first 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 minutes that they gave you of fakeness, those snippets. You spend the entire 11 years, 12 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10. You spend the entire relationship searching back for that person that they showed you in the beginning. That's called love bombing. That was fake. It's not real. And I know it was a real person who did it, and you're saying they're capable. That's what you left thinking. They're capable of doing it. How could this not be this person? They are, you can't tell me you don't know him or you don't know her like I know her. They showed me who they are. I know this person. They've done this, they've done that, da da da, da da da. You're chasing a ghost. That's it, Rella. You're chasing a ghost. It's not real. It was only there to lure you in. Now that you're in, ta-da! Now the show must go on. Yeah. And I feel like this is definitely one of the reasons why I really wanted to come back live is to have these conversations because these are hard conversations to have. And talking to people about this doesn't seem normal because they don't understand the narcissism part of things. They don't get it. The sociopath, the psychopath, they don't get these things. So having these conversations and being in a community like we're here on the YouTube, being in a community like this where you know you're with like-minded people that's not going to judge you. You have a place to go where you can talk about things without being judged. It feels different because you're speaking with people who have gone through similar experiences and know what you're going through. They know what it feels like. So it's not a judgment zone, it's just an opportunity to say, hey, we're a tribe over here and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this and we're going to gather here to talk about this, to empower each other, to really strengthen each other. And that's where I felt like I had failed you guys tremendously for 2024 is that I didn't kept my word to do this. And I know how important this is, but I'm going to be very transparent, very honest with you is that I moved from New York, as you guys know, a lot of the things that was going on, making the decision, selling my house, doing all of these things. It was a tough decision walking away from the narcissist. It really was a lot for me and I lost a lot of money. I had to pay the narcissist $150,000 to go. I had to pay for my freedom, unfortunately. And I needed some time to heal from that alone because I had healed from other things, but I needed some time to heal from that. So I had made a decision to relocate to Florida. And as you know, I grew up in New York. I don't know anything else about Florida. I really don't know. And it was a big decision. It was a big move for me, but I wasn't doing it for myself anymore because I subconsciously was teaching my kids how to accept abuse by staying in that marriage for that time. I was really teaching my kids how to accept abuse, and I didn't know that that's what I was doing until I really started to see them covering and hugging and hiding each other and hiding under the stairs and scared that, daddy's gonna unalive mommy or mommy's gonna unalive daddy. It was really nasty, it was really bad. So last year I made the move, and I was scared. I was honestly scared. I didn't know if I made the right move relocating to Florida. It's new for me. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I started eating ice cream and melted chocolate chip cookie. That was my best friend. So I used food as my escape, and I was having chocolate chip cookie and ice creams, and it tasted good and it felt good, but now I'm in the gym trying to undo the damage that I've done. But I must tell you that everything that I've ever prayed for, everything that I've ever asked for, I'm at a state in my life right now where I'm content. I'm not in need of anything. I'm not lacking in anything. I'm happy that I made the move. Now I'm okay. I'm in a comfortable space. I'm really okay. And I'm happy that I left the narcissist because I'm thriving. I'm really thriving on a level that I didn't know that was possible before. So, yes, I know I've disappointed a few, but I could come back better now. I could come back better now and share with you guys some of the things that I've experienced and what it really looks like taking on this type of journey and really facing it head on. As you guys know, I faced this head on. I didn't run from it. I didn't hide from it. I didn't run to another narcissist. I tried to date someone in the beginning of the year 2024, February, and I realized that he was a full blown narcissist, but he was a covert narcissist. I've never dated a covert narcissist before because I was married to a malignant narcissist. And we'll go into all those details, the difference between the narcissists and stuff like that. But this one was a covert. He was very sneaky. He was watching the things that I had. He was looking at my stuff and sizing up and watching my pockets. Really nasty. You definitely don't want to be with anyone like that. And I immediately cut it off. So it tells that I've grown. It tells that I've matured and I understand who I am. So there's no need for explanations when you're walking away. You just leave. If you see that someone is playing in your face and they're not sincere, there's no need for apologies. There's no need for explanation. Get up and leave. Know your worth that much. Boost your confidence that much. Raise the bar, raise your self esteem, and get up and walk. You're worth it. Okay? Those are the things that I had to do: build back myself, rebuild my confidence, build my self esteem, and almost finish writing a book of how to recover from going through narcissistic abuse and write out the steps on how to get your life back together after going through narcissistic abuse. So, was it worth it? Yes. Absolutely, it was worth it. And here we are now talking about it right now because I did took the time that I needed to work on myself. I was married for 13 years for the person asking. Prior, I was married for 13 years, including the finalizing of my divorce was altogether 13. At year 9, I knew I couldn't do another year again. At the year 9 into 10, I knew I couldn't do 10 more years like this. I knew there was no way I could do 10 more years like this. And at year 10, that's when I really started to head out. And everything was finalized by year 13. It was completely done, moved on, relocated, everything, sold the house, working on myself, traveling, reliving my childhood days to rebuild memories, doing things, everything. I did it all because it was definitely important and necessary for me. So I don't want you guys to ever feel like you have to rush your healing process. It's okay to start over. Start over as many times as you need to. Start over as many times as you need to. Get it right as much as you need to. You're building strength. You're building resilience. You're building you. You're restoring yourself on a level that you've never been restored before. Do it. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. I know you could do it. You wouldn't sit here and gather with me tonight if you didn't think you were capable of doing it, or if you didn't believe that you could do it. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what 2025 brings, and to see how we can really get things on a whole different level and grow together. Like I really want to do this. Like, I really, really want to see you win. I want to see you come out on top. I want to see you come back and share your story and tell me that, something helped you, something resonated with you, where you're thriving, you're doing better, and you're growing, you're evolving. That's what I want to know, that you're doing something better than the day before. I don't know if you guys had any more questions for me. Let me just kind of sneak over really quickly. I, listen. Mm, mm. You're most welcome, Nicole. You're most welcome, Daniel. You're welcome as well to Alicia. You're welcome. That's why they seek out more empaths. Yep, mommy nurturing qualities. That's very, very true. That's why. That's why they want the empath, because we're patient, we're empathetic, we're nurturing, we're all these things. They know what they're doing. So don't feel sorry for them. They want that mommy, that replacement mommy, but you're not their mom. You're not. Oh, nice to meet you as well too, Daniel. Nice to meet you. I appreciate you joining me tonight and meeting me for the first time and hanging out with me tonight. Listen, share this channel with someone. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell someone. Share it out, because I definitely know that we can grow together and build this community. And I feel like a new year is a new start. So it gives me a new opportunity to kind of say, hey, let's do this, okay? Let's do this all over again. So I'm happy because I wanted to start several times, but I moved into this beautiful home. Oh, I love it. I don't even get to see my kids anymore because my kids are so happy. They're comfortable. So we're in a beautiful home. Love it. Cozy, comfortable. I feel I'm at a stage where I really, really feel good. um I'm not lacking in anything, and a lot of times when we go out looking for relationships is where we go out, leading and operating from a place of lack. So when you're lacking in something, someone, the charmer normally comes in to fulfill that area that you're lacking in. So continue to work on yourself, continue to, grow, continue to, be the best version of yourself. um, you're worth it. You're definitely worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. Um, Saturday night, yes, I'm definitely gonna be making flyers again, because normally I'll make like a cover and I'll post the video out so you can see what's coming next, the upcoming week and stuff like that. So I'll definitely be putting out flyers and putting stuff in the community tab to say, hey, I'm gonna be going live. Join me. This is the topic. Put questions even in the community tab section that I'm gonna be using for Q&As. Okay, I know I look shut up, but I have something to share. Let me show you something that just popped on. My iPad died. So, listen, guys, if you don't have any more questions for me tonight, so we've been on about an hour 45 minutes, I think, for the first time coming back. That was pretty sharp, pretty good. Normally I'm not gonna be staying this long, so by 10 o'clock I'll be gone. Going forward. So it would be from, especially on Tuesday nights, I'll definitely be on until about 10 o'clock at night on Tuesday nights. I'll be on from 8:30 to 10 for all questions and answers. I'll be more than happy to answer them. On the weekends, we could definitely stay a little bit longer, but definitely on Tuesday nights, I got to be off by 10 because normally my bedtime is 8 o'clock. But I'll stay up on a Tuesday night so we could have these conversations. Definitely. I'm more than happy to hang out with you guys. I wanna make this a thing, Like, yeah, let's meet and chat a little bit. 10 o'clock, reasonable time, so you guys can get some rest to get off to work the next day, and to have a pretty productive kind of day. Happy New Year to you too. Mwah, 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 mwah. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me live tonight. It's your favorite coach, Nessa. Yes, I said your favorite coach, Nessa. Have a wonderful and productive night. On this channel, we talk about healing, what life looks like beyond narcissism, because a lot of times they let you feel like you don't need to be with anybody else, or nobody else is going to want you other than them. That's a lie. Lie, lie, lie. We don't believe in that foolery. We're here to grow, have a happy and productive 2025. 2025, we're doing things our way. We're being selfish. We're choosing ourselves first. And that's what we're doing, okay? Choose yourself. Put yourself before that narcissist. No more, okay? I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining me live tonight. Have a wonderful and an amazing 2025. I pray that everything that your heart touches, your heart desires, be granted onto you. I pray that everything that you need, that you want, that you ever thought about comes your way, and plenty, plenty more. Everything you put your hands to will come to fruition. Everything you desire will be to fruition. Be blessed. I love y'all so much. Can't wait to see y'all Saturday night. Don't be late.